U8.C8.L1 circumference of circles. Here's Mrs. Benoit.
Hi. We're reaching the end of our year here, and this is going to be the second part of our geometry unit, possibly our last unit, most likely our last unit. So hooray for that. We're continuing geometry, as I said, and we're going to be focusing on circles in the beginning part of it. So today's learning target is I can calculate the circumference of a circle given the radius or diameter. If you're not familiar with radius and diameter, we'll be talking about those words in just a moment to give you definitions. But hopefully by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to hit our learning target by doing problems like these two, which we will come back to. Diameter, just given the diameter, find the circumference, or given the radius, find the circumference. So let's talk about those things now. We have 3 vocabulary words today that go with circles. The first is diameter. And a diameter is a distance across a circle through its center. So if I draw a circle here, and then put a center, the center is the center point of that circle, okay? The diameter would go from one side of the circle to another, going through that center. So that whole distance across. Radius comes next, and radius is the distance from the center only to any point on the circle. So basically, it's half of the diameter. The diameter is from one side to the other. The radius is just from the center to a point on the circle, all the way around. So that's half the diameter. I erased half of the radius there, okay? And then circumference is your distance around the circle, the whole way outside the circle. What is that distance? That is circumference. We have a formula that you're going to use to find circumference, and you're going to use a capital C for circumference, and to find it, we're going to take pi, which is 3.14, but you're going to use the pi key on your calculator when you calculate this, and you'll hit the pi key times diameter, okay? So circumference is pi times diameter. Let's look at how that works in a few problems. In the first one I have a diameter of 54 feet, and I want you to find the circumference. So I'm going to say draw a picture so you can see what this looks like. Draw your best circle. Put a center. Diameter is 54 feet. So you're going to draw a line from one point on a circle through the center to another point, and you're going to label that 54 feet. Okay? To find circumference, we said you're going to take pi times diameter, and we know our diameter is 54. So we're going to do pi times 54. In your calculator, you would hit the pi button and multiply that by your diameter, which is 54. And you're going to get a very long decimal. What we're going to ask you to do is to round to the hundredths place. Remember that the hundredths place is 2 places after the decimal point. So in my calculator, when I multiplied this, I got 169 and 646 thousandths. To round, you're going to go 3 places after the decimal. The thousandths place is a 6. So since it's higher than 5, it's going to change our hundredths place from a 4 to a 5. And your final answer would be 169 and 65 hundredths. And then you need to put units back on. Our units in the problem were feet. Okay, over here we have a problem where we want to find circumference as well, but this time I gave you the radius. So again, start by drawing a picture. Remember the definition for radius is from the center of a circle to a point on a circle. Radius is 5 meters. If we look at our formula for circumference, it's pi times diameter. We were given radius, so we need the diameter. To get the diameter, we'd have to go all the way across the circle. Extend our radius. What's happening when we're extending our radius? We're really doubling our radius to get that full diameter. So a radius of 5 would be a diameter then of 10. So in our formula, we would do pi times 10, and then go to your calculator, hit the pi button, times 10, and you get 31 and 415 thousandths. Again, look at the thousandths place to see your rounding. It's a 5. So that's going to take your hundredths place then up to a 2. So you're going to have 31 and 42 hundredths meters for this one. Okay, and then this one already has a picture, so you don't have to draw a picture for this one. But we want to find the circumference. What's given in here? It's from the center to a point on the circle. So this is just the radius, not the diameter. So we have a radius of 4. To get the diameter, we are going to extend it or double it. And 4 doubled becomes 8. So our diameter is 8. Circumference is pi times diameter. So in your calculator, you're going to do pi times 8. And we get 25 and 132 thousandths. 2 is in the thousandths place. It's less than 5. So this time, our number in the hundredths place will not go up. It will stay the same. And it will be 25 and 13 hundredths centimeters. Okay, I have one more in the form of a word problem. Big Ben is a famous clock tower in London. The diameter of the clock face is 23 feet. Find the circumference of the clock face. Okay, so if you've ever been to London before, you probably never thought about the diameter of the clock face. You've seen Big Ben. But we'll draw that clock face here, okay? And diameter goes from one side of the circle to the other through the center. So this is 23 feet. Circumference equals pi times diameter. So we're going to do pi times 23. Do that in your calculator, pi times 23. And that comes out to be 72. And 256 thousandths. The 6 is in the thousandths place. It's higher than 5, so that's going to round our hundredths place up 1. So we're going to have 72 and 26 hundredths feet for our circumference. Okay, so hopefully with these 4 examples, you will now be able to hit your target. You only have 2 that you need to try. The first one, we're giving your diameter is 14 millimeters. Find the circumference. Draw a picture to help you if you need. And the second one, we're giving you from the center to the side, so that's the radius, 3.5 inches. Find the circumference. Remember your formula for circumference is pi times diameter. You can use a calculator, and if you have any questions, you can re-watch the video. Thanks.